It's so lonely on the east side. I don't give a fuck, I keep it real, I'm not gonna let it slide.
Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna break this down to you guys on how to get a V2 rocket in Call of Duty World War II. So I know a lot of people are coming in my streams, they're asking me, how do you unlock a V2 rocket? How do you get a V2 rocket? Like, I'm dying on 15s, I'm dying on 20s. So basically, I'm gonna break this down to you guys in the best possible scenario on how to drop a V2 rocket, give you guys my tips, my tricks on able to unlock a V2 rocket. So this video will help you guys out a lot, guys. Make sure you guys drop a like, share this video, guys, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you guys haven't already. And these two videos are from stream. I believe it was a V2 rocket on Capture Flag, Sam Area Do Mod, as you guys see right now. And the second V2 rocket was on Gustav Cannon. It was actually a surprisingly good V2 rocket. It was with an LMG, which I did not expect to drop with an LMG, but I was able to get the V2 rocket on stream. So once again, guys, V2 rocket tips, let's get into this, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, guys. I really appreciate it. And let's jump into the video. So basically, to unlock a V2 rocket in this game, there's 4 main divisions in Call of Duty. There's the Airborne, Infantry, Armed, Mountain, and Expeditionary. You have to prestige those at least once to get the V2 rocket. You won't know when you unlock the V2 rocket. You won't tell you unlock the V2 rocket or anything. Just when you have every of those divisions, those 5 divisions prestige at least once, you'll be able to unlock the V2 rocket. So basically, that's the first thing I have to tell you guys, is you have to prestige every division at least once to get the V2 rocket. If not, then you won't be able to get the V2 rocket. Resistance does not count towards the V2 rocket at all, so don't let anyone tell you need to prestige resistance to unlock the V2, because you don't. Resistant was just a new thing they added, so just Mountain, Airborne, Division, and Expeditionary, I believe. It's like those 5 main divisions you guys have to unlock to get the V2 rocket. So the tip number 1 I can tell you guys the most is the lobby. So a lot of people are going to try saying how the lobby does not matter. The lobby makes a huge difference in Call of Duty, because if you have really bad kids in a lobby, you have a better chance of dropping a V2 rocket than playing against people that are a lot better. So once again, the lobby means a huge difference. I just got lucky enough that this lobby I was playing with right now, these kids were not that good. They kept on pushing me where I was in the great spot to pick up kills, as you guys are going to see later in the gameplay, and they were just terrible. So the number 1 tip, obviously, to get a V2 rocket is the lobby. So the lobby is the main priority in this game. Is if you have a good lobby, you might be able to drop. Now, you can drop a V2 rocket against kids with high KDs. It's possible, but to get your first ever V2, you want a lobby that is really bad and you just feel like your shot's hitting. That's the best time to try dropping a V2. So basically, tip number 1 is the lobby. Get kids that are really bad, teammates with no thumbs, and you guys will be able to drop yourself a V2 rocket. So the second tip I can tell you guys right now is the gun. So a lot of people are going to ask me that, how do you get V2 so much? If you guys see my V2 rocket gameplays, a lot of them are with the guns I'm comfortable with. So it's always like the PPSH, the grease gun, or a heavy. So I don't, and sometimes an AR. So normally, to drop a V2 rocket, it really comes down to the gun that you want to use. So if you're really good with the grease gun, use the grease gun to try getting your first V2 rocket. Don't go using PPSH or SCG because you see me or one of your YouTubers drop a V2 rocket. Obviously, my first V2 rocket I dropped with the grease gun. So that's the first gun I used to drop my V2. And I didn't have the V2 at the time. I got the 30 kill streak, the game that it first came out, but it was not there. The V2 didn't exist then. So right here, guys, you guys can see I'm in the best spot right here. I'm running from side to side, and they keep on pushing me. So once again, the lobby in this was bad. They kept on pushing me, if you guys see, and I just kept on getting kills with the flag. So use the right gun, guys. Use like the PPSH. If you guys need like top 5 V2 class setup guns, let me know. Leave in the comment section down below. I'll give you guys my top 5 best V2 class setups for you guys to try rocking with. You guys can drop your guys self some V2 rockets as well. So the third tip is, now these last 3 tips are kind of be really in-depth tips. They're going to tell you guys on what I do each time. So basically, put yourself into a better position to win a gunfight. So what I mean by that is, right now, how I'm up in this room is I'm checking like each side. I have a UAV up, and I'm using that little table, as you guys saw. I'm using this table right here as my shield. So obviously, when you play Fortnite, for example, you use trees or your wall to not get shot at. So you want, if you're behind a car, use the car as like a shield to help you guys win gunfights. So that's all it comes down to, is basically use like a wall or anything that's there for your shield to put yourself in a better position. Now headshots, head glitching is a really good thing to do as well. Like basically head glitch, you have a better chance of winning that gunfight than they do. And always pre-aim too. That's the main thing I tell people a lot. You always want to pre-aim. Always pre-aim, or always get the first couple bullets. Always spray first, and you guys will be easy to get those first couple hits. Because Call of Duty roughly comes down to the first 2 or 3 bullets fired, have a greater chance of winning the gunfight. So if you can get those first 2 shots off on someone, you have a better chance of actually winning the gunfight. So that is the third tip I can tell you guys, is put yourself in a better position to win more gunfights as well. Basically head glitch, do all that stuff to put yourself in the better position to win a gunfight, to win more gunfights and get more kill streaks, therefore get more kills and maybe drop a V2 rocket. So the fourth tip, guys, I have you is read minimap and be by your teammates. So what I mean by read the minimap is, if you guys can tell up on the top left corner, more than likely I stare at the minimap maybe 80% of the time, and I look at my screen about 20% of the time. And I do play in a BenQ monitor. It is only like 24 inch, so it is a lot smaller for me to see than if you play in a 50-inch TV compared to a 60-inch. So me, I can stare in the middle of my monitor and I can see the minimap and the game. So roughly the minimap will tell you where enemy is, or give you a hint where they are. So obviously if you are running and you see your friend die or your teammate die on the right hand side, then you know an enemy's over there. And once again, the minimap is not the same compared to old Call of Duties, where it's more stretched and square. This is more of circle, so it is kind of harder to check the minimap and read the minimap compared to all the other Call of Duties, but it does work. So always be by your teammates, because roughly in this game, the spawns will not be switching that much compared to Black Ops 3, where the spawns would always be switching. This game is kind of boots on ground. It is boots on ground, so the spawns generally don't really switch that well. They normally stay in the back of the spawn unless everyone pushes and then they'll spawn back. So roughly this is why you die from kids in the spawn, or you can kill people directly in their spawn. So basically read the minimap, be by your teammates this entire time, and you guys will have a greater chance of dropping a V2 rocket if you guys are staying closer to your teammates or whatever. So this is the V2 rocket I was talking about on the map, Gustav Cannon with the LMG. I was in their spawn, as you guys can see, is I was basically not moving from their spawn, because I know the spawns in Gustav pretty well. So the spawns are always going to be spawning on this back side right here. This is normally the spawns are push all those spawn to my right or to my left. So basically Gustav is normally just a 3-point spawn point. So if you know the spawns in a map, it's going to help you drop a V2 rocket a lot easier compared to other. You guys can get on top of Gustav and shoot them or snipe them from there. But being in the spawn is, I know roughly they never spawn to my left. They never spawn behind me. They're always spawning in this area right here. So I knew that this is where the spawn was at. So I kind of locked this down with the heavy, and I just was able to pick up the V2. So the last tip I can tell you guys is same route in the map. Like, run the same route in the map with be smart gunfights and know the map / spawn. So what I mean by that is run the same route means take the same route you're going to be taking every single game. You don't want to be switching up your routes here and there, because it can confuse you. If you're taking the same route over and over, do that. That's what I did in this gameplay. I was roughly taking the same exact route every single time I was playing. Now, I know not every time I take the same route to drop V2s, but roughly if you want to drop a V2, take the same route. Always put yourself in better positions to win more gunfights, and make sure you guys take the same routes. That's gonna help you guys a lot to get V2 rockets. Right here, I'm kind of in like a bad spot, but pick that guy off, and I know, okay, well, they're gonna be spawning to my right, so I pushed up this way. So what I'll do is I'm camping back here. Basically, now I know the mini-map selling spawning back here. So I did take a little weird route on this one, but roughly I know they're going to be in my spot. They're going to be spawning on my right-hand side of my map. I got lucky that kid was not playing. That kid easily could have killed me off my V2, but that kid was spinning around in circles like a straight idiot. So I got lucky on that one. So basically what else I mean by that too is be smart when you push. Is if you see a guy head glitching on a wall or on a brick or anything, 9 out of 10 times you're not going to win that gunfight unless you get really lucky. So roughly don't push. If you see someone head glitching on a wall, do not, or on a brick or on like a bin or barrel or anything, do not push that. More than likely he's going to kill you, he's going to get you, and just don't want to push anything that's going to cause you to die. So be really smart when you're kind of playing it safe, honestly, to get a V2. You want to play it safe your first time. After you get the spawns down, after you get a lot better in Call of Duty, it'll be a lot easier for you to drop a V2 rocket in this game. My first time I played it really slow. I kind of camped. Now I can kind of run around what I'm doing now. So I kind of know the spawns. I know that I'm confident I'm going to win every gunfight I'm going to take, unless the guy is head glitching and I'm one shot. So another thing in this game is, after you get shot at, this health regeneration is really slow in my opinion. I think it's still slow. I don't think they fixed it, but they did. But once you get shot at and you get hit, this game takes so long for you to regenerate your health. So you really kind of want to like not push things. Like right there, I wouldn't push anything. I was so one shot. Once again, that guy ran past me. could have got the V2 rocket, that could easily could have killed me, and I would have died off the V2 rocket. So hope these tips help you guys out a lot, guys. But remember, make sure you guys play it smart. Don't push things that don't need to be pushed. Use the right class setup, guys. If you guys want like a top 5 best class setups for V2 rockets, I can give you guys my top 5 classes I have dropped V2 rockets with off and on stream, guys. But I hope this video helped you guys out a lot, guys. Let me know if you guys do drop a V2 rocket. And once again, guys, I'll be live here pretty soon if you guys want to stop by. Follow me on my Twitch, follow my Instagram, social media, all my social media, guys. But I'm TC, guys. I'm signing out.
Worried. I ain't in a hurry. I know success is coming. So don't think I'm rushing. I think it's so damn strange what these people be saying. I could never even listen to a word that they say. I'm on the west side, that's the best side.